What were you real quick, because you said, so are you fasting right now?
Yes, I am.
So you're like fasting from like food or like technology too, or like what do you specifically?
So fasting from food, but Ramadan you can't watch anything like profane, so no cussing. You can't listen to music.
Right.
You can only drink water, right? So
you can't even drink water.
Okay, I thought you could drink water. Okay, that's my misinterpretation.
Can't drink water. So
No,
like from what time to what time?
So from whatever your sunrise and sundown is. So for me over here, it's from like around 5:10 to around like 8:08. Yeah. So around 15 hours. Mm-hmm.
That's rough.
Man, and so it's no drinking, no eating.
Yeah, no drinking, no eating. You can't even get mad. If you get angry, it like invalidates your whole fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No cursing, no music, none of it.
I would lose.
I mean, how difficult is it for you?
I mean, for me, I've gotten better at it. First, it was really difficult. Now, it's not that bad. Yeah.
Like, when did you start? At what
Started
age?
like 16, but I wouldn't really consider that fasting because, like, I would tell my parents I was fasting, but I would be in my room eating Pop-Tarts, so I really wasn't fasting. And so,
Were you sneaking them? Were you sneaking the Pop-Tarts?
I was sneaking the Pop-Tarts in my room.
That's funny.
And then my parents in the morning are just like, why are all these Pop-Tarts disappearing? I was like, oh my gosh, it's my sisters, you know, they're eating all of them.
Oh, just blaming it on somebody else.
Yeah, little sisters, right? Little sisters?
Yes.
Like, so they weren't fasting during that time.
No, they weren't fasting at that time. Yeah. But then
Do they
caught on.
fast now?
Yeah, they fast now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, man, so sun up to sundown.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does that affect you, like, physically?
Physically.
You know what I mean? Like, do you find yourself more irritated, irritable and stuff like that? Are you weak during that time? Or?
For me, no. But that's also because, like, it depends on what you eat. So if you eat, I don't know, like if you're eating like food full of oil and stuff, like fast food, it's just, you're gonna crash. Like, you're gonna crash immediately. So for me, I try my best to like implement a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, my protein in, so I won't feel that crash. I do realize I get tired, especially because I try to exercise during this time. But I just take a nap and I keep it moving.
So when you get up to make breakfast, are you making like a massive like breakfast every morning to get you through the day?
Yeah, I make I like meal prep the night before. So I get like a huge breakfast. But the thing about fasting is like, you think you're gonna like eat all this stuff and then you barely eat like this much. So it's really hard. It's hard. But you have to like at least force yourself to eat to sustain yourself. Yeah. It's all about balance.
Marvin, I was telling about it before you got on that we had a football player that was practicing Ramadan during football camp. So we would at like night run to McDonald's like as soon as the sun set, and we would get him like 3 Big Mac combos and bring him back because he needed all the calories from football practice that day because he was literally
practice.
Football, we were doing 2-a-days, workouts throughout the day. Or not 2-a-days because 2-a-days aren't allowed anymore. But we would work out, have football practice, and eat. So I can't imagine,
So think about this
mindset
then. So
you
what,
had, that,
like
how
about
mentally tough you have to be during that time.
Yeah.
So what about like professional athletes? You know what I mean? What about professional athletes who practice Ramadan? Like, do they? I wonder what that's like. Do they break their fast because they're? I mean, that's a good right? That's a good question.
Yeah,
like,
it is a
like
good
professional, pristine athletes who you're going to be faced with. Okay, you need a certain amount of calories as an athlete, but you also want to practice your faith. I wonder, man, is there something out there on that? I gotta.
There is actually.
Is there?
Yes, Hakeem Olajuwon. He talked about it. Who else? His name. He's from Turkey. He played for the Knicks.
Cantor.
Yes.
Cantor?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So the Knicks, they literally curtailed their entire like locker room to like fit his fasting, because when you break fast, you also have to pray, or else the fast doesn't really count. And so they would make sure that he would get that time to himself. He would get whatever he needed during that time. But there are a few articles, and I'll send them to both of you. Also, I think Salah.
I think that's awesome that the team would do that, right? Because, like, I mean, that's like for real. Because as a business, sometimes you think as a business, like, look, this is what we got to do. We got our X's, we got our O's. This is how it's going to be, either you get with the program or not. But, like, they actually cared about the human being, which is pretty cool. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
Oh, no. I'll say also Salah talked about it. Mane talked about it. Because I believe when the World Cup came, they were fasting during the World Cup. I mean, a lot of teams were fasting during the World Cup, you know.
So from what you were saying, though, like, so there is a process if you're going to break fast. During there's a prayer that you would do. Yeah.
So you say like a short prayer, basically asking God to like take your Ramadan, to accept the fast that you've done. Then you can eat. You're supposed to eat 3 dates, because that was what was prescribed by our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Then after that you pray. Then after that you can eat your full meal. I mean, that's what I do, but you can do a variation of it.
Okay. So that's whether you're breaking it like during the day or at night. So even at night, that's the okay. So I was taking it as in you were saying that there was something like different that they did because they were breaking their fast incorrectly because they were doing it during the day. But you're doing this prayer every day for that month. When you break your fast. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Hey, look, so while you guys were talking, I was looking up Hakeem Olajuwon. It says that Hakeem Olajuwon began fasting for Ramadan during the 1993 season. He told reporters, "I cannot do it on game days." So beginning in February of 1995, Olajuwon began fasting during game days. Incredibly, he was named the Player of the Month that month, and he also fasted on game days during the Holy Month as well. So, yeah, I mean, he was fasting. At first he didn't, but like in 1995, he was fasting during game days and the whole thing. That's awesome.
Yeah. Interesting.
How hard is it for you, like when you're around friends and stuff, and they're like in your face, they're like, "Come on, girl, just one cracker." Do they do that? Like seriously, do they? I'm sure they do.
I think my friends, like when they're just like, "Oh, like at least get a water." I'm like, "I can't have water." Like, not even water? Like, not even water. But I think my friends, because I've known them for so long, a lot of them even feel guilty for eating in front of me, and I'm just like, no, like. Just eat. I mean, right now we're not going out, but I'm just like, I don't want you to feel bad. Like, this is my responsibility.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's absolutely, in my opinion, amazing, man. People who can actually like fulfill that practice and like go through with it from sun up to sundown, like you're talking about. Like, because I know fasting during like Daniel fast, man. Like, I don't know how many times I would cheat during fasting. Like, even to this day, man. And it's one of those, like, I know I'm testing my faith. I know I should be stronger. I pray, for strength to, like all that kind of stuff. But I still find myself cheating sometimes, man. Like I have piss poor willpower.
We're all on different levels of the spectrum, because I can't tell you any time that I've ever fasted from food ever. like people are like, "What are you giving up for Lent?" Nothing. Like, I'm just not.
You can do it with other things, though.
No, I know, right? I'm just saying in general, like in a terms of like some type of religious fast. I've never participated. I've never done it. So I'm saying like we're getting 3 levels of the experience right now.
Yeah.
So I respect it. Like I would never tell anybody like I wouldn't be like, "Hey man, just here, have a cookie." I would be the person that was like, "Hey, yeah, let's hang out. We won't eat." But in the back of my mind, I would be like, "I can't wait till you leave, because I'm about to have like this meal ever when you walk out this door."
Yeah, man.